May just being left completely alone. Eve is still open, probably one of the more prio picks left.
I guess into the
Kimmy?
Wawa to kind of keep him in place. Kimmy is all right. I think that even there's an argument for Valentina just to steal away the Tsunami Slam. But let's see what the other picks are going to be. Oh, never mind. Valentina on the side of TODAK. Understandable.
Stolen tectonic charge could be scary.
Yeah, and also a good way to kind of keep Esmeralda at bay so that she doesn't get a little too crazy. Again, Valentina is really, really good into like melee heroes just in general. And then finally we get the Gatot going into the EXP. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Wait, no. Wait, who's gonna go? Wait. No.
No, it is Gatot EXP.
It doesn't have to be though.
Kalea EXP?
Also does pretty well into this matchup because she doesn't generate shields. She just raw heals and fights and can just fight the Esmeralda at level 1. And even at level 2, it's not too bad.
You're not wrong, actually. Thinking about it, Gatot might also be a slightly better roam matchup into the Grok.
Paired up with Valentina, who struggles to clear waves, it's like, hey, we can get you out of here fast.
Okay, maybe we've got some cooking here. We'll see whether TODAK actually decides to do that, or if it just ends up being Gatot EXP Kalea roam anyway. AERO locks in the Novaria. Really? I wouldn't think.
It's a decent combination with Grok. It's a decent
True.
combination with Grok. It gives you the information that you need. Is there any other reason for it? Because I feel like they could have gone for... No. Yeah. You can't go for Eve into the Gatot anyways. Yeah, you have to kind of lean back into it. They could have gone for Loi, I suppose, but it's a preference at the end of the day.
Personally, I'm not a big fan of Novaria, except in like Dangerous Grass, for example, because I do feel like her damage is a bit too slow. It's high burst, but it's a bit too slow, and you actually have to hit the Star Shatter, which doesn't always happen. And we've got a 1-1 to deal with that can actually catch you. So that's a little bit scary. Could be a chance for TODAK to even up the odds here in our very first match of week number 3. The rivers expand once more to allow for the flow of battle to enter the land of dawn.
All right, let's jump right into this. Ooh, early walls here. Zekiv knows the tech to block all 3 waves at once. All waves are going to be right at the doorsteps of the T1s of AERO Esports.
I wish I knew how to do that.
It's about timing.
I actually don't know the timing still.
Really? About the minion spawn? It's just minion spawn timing and then the position of the wall.
I guess I'm too scared to do it. Yeah. It's like, if I miss that wall, then it's like, why did I add my skill 2 for it?
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks when it happens, but Zekiv, he's hitting level 2 on time, right? Again, no real problems whatsoever.
Well, looks like Zekiv doesn't face the same issues I did. Lolil will get that gold crab. We already see a bit of a 2v2 situation. Kusei gonna end up taking the most poke from Dreams.
Yep, and honestly, Dreams, he doesn't mind losing the HP. He can top himself back up. Now, we do get confirmation at the very least that Esmeralda will be facing off against Fondir in as Gatot. So Fondir, all he has to do is just make sure that this is a null and void lane, right? He's got the Concussive Blast as well. All he has to do is just clear waves and, you know, have a good time. Just wait for the turtle to spawn.
Yeah, it's a perfectly fine matchup since Smooth isn't really going to be chasing Fondir out of lane as well, so TODAK will not have to deal with the same issues as before of not having control of the EXP lane.
Gonna have to take their time for now. Mid lane, highly contested by both sides, but it looks like... Oh, Zekiv taking a decent amount of damage here.
Gonna drop low, but I don't think TODAK wants the full commit onto this just yet. That is still a Grok, bit hard to kill, especially with the turtle coming up now.
I gotta be real careful about this. Let's also keep in mind... Oh!
Here finds the wall, not level 4, so no tectonic charge, but Dreams has to use the Tidal Strike to get away. Thorn Rose actually does a good chunk of damage to ZK. Neither team wants to fight for sure yet.
Okay. Smooth is sacrificing a decent amount. Luckily, Zekiv is able to get there in time to actually absorb that wave. He should be hitting level 4 right in just a little bit. But this is a pretty technical matchup from both sides, right?
Leo wants to fight this. Careful, sir. That's a big burst from Kusei. Nearly picks him off. Able to get the regen in just in time. Meanwhile, on the other side, Astro Echo comes out. Tectonic Charge, I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. That's the 3-man. Dreams gonna drop to the Ogi. Shadow kill. First blood to Hazel.
Then they back off. They don't even want the turtle right now. It's all about scaling their jungler alongside Kuse. Everybody else is just a +1 to that fact. ZK will try and control the turtle for now, which is a good idea because, right, in terms of rotation, TODAK has to go for their orange buff, which is closer to the turtle in comparison on AERO's side, where their orange buff is on the mirrored side of the map.
Yeah, so ZK are going to be sticking around just to make sure they can control this. Because of that, we can already see the rest of the lanes playing it a little bit safer. TODAK gonna reclaim control. Wall resets the turtle as well.
Very nice. Again, ZK, he knows all the Grok techs. It's great to see such a young player knowing exactly how to utilize his Grok.
I wish I knew how to do that as well.
Resetting it?
Yeah.
That one's a little bit harder.
Yeah, that one's harder for sure.
Yeah, you gotta understand the boundaries.
And he gets it again. Oh, this is so frustrating for TODAK.
Untouchable. Now Zayed is falling behind an EXP as AERO was able to, Hazel was able to get a full clear in his own jungle, and he will be on that purple. So they've got the timing. They take this for free. What a technical game. Well played to AERO. Really good stuff.
Just 2 free earthen ramparts and a free turtle goes into your hands, all while Hazel is farming the map. So much faith from AERO that ZK will be able to stop them for free there. Super well done.
Really great stuff. Really great stuff. I think... Oh!
Ouch!
Zayed gets hit.
Wow!
Oh, dude, he's having such a bad day. If I was Zayed, I'd be furious. I'd be furious already.
Zayed wondering if he owns AERO some money or something.
Oh, 90 seconds left on the clock for the next objective, and Proxy is actually happening on the EXP side of things. Looks like Vondir actually wants to get involved somewhere across the map, and it's a pretty good call because TODAK are on the cusp of potentially dropping this game.
Oh, beautiful! Tectonic Charge of ZK! Set them up like bowling pins!
Gets crushed underneath that pressure. Nice and boy. Again, this is so unplayable for TODAK at this point. So unplayable. AERO's gonna have control for the next 3 minutes of the game, and I don't think even after those 3 minutes is gonna be enough. Zayed first item priority, that War Axe, good luck getting value out of it, because these fights are not long enough for him to get anything.
Things are slipping out of TODAK's hands so quickly. This Grok pick, there's a reason it's banned so often in rank nowadays, gives you so much map control. And in the hands of a skilled player, even objective control as a solo one-man army. TODAK, despite having the Kalea this time around, not really able to get any of the setups.
Yeah, it's actually they don't even need to get the setup in the first place, right? It's about time and macro, and I think that AERO is playing it perfectly. Everybody is winning their lane, and Kuse is winning it significantly after that initial dive and cracking of the T1s. I'm expecting him to actually go for a rotation down to the bot side after claiming that mid wave, because he doesn't need to participate in this turtle fight at all.
Turtle going to spawn. AERO already in position to contest it. They're checking every single bush. ZK will find them. Gets the wall. Does he want to commit? Tectonic Charge comes out. Good dodge from Zayed. Dreams will flicker away as well. Vondir in the turtle pit. Wow, that Star Shatter Snipe nearly kills Zayed. He picked it up. He secures the steal, but it will cost him his life. The rest of TODAK gonna need to back this up. Vondir able to escape as well.
Okay, Zayed's like, I'm getting punished. Apparently I owe you money, but I will steal away this neutral objective, and this also helps the Oleos actually crack bot tier 1.
They really needed that one, but it looks like AERO not gonna let them get away with it. Smooth tanking 3 people and the tower all by himself. Free tier 1 for AERO. Tsunami Slam used, but he just dies before he can even complete it, and Vondir also melts away.
They have to make choices.
Ouch.
Either you clear the wave or you protect yourself from the dive, and in that case, in that scenario, they needed to just clear the wave. So, with mid tier 1 missing,
he stole it.
and a stolen orange buff coming in from Hazel, this game is spiraling out of control and spiraling fast.
Hazel saying, you stole my turtle? Well, now we're even Stevens right here, my friend. And remember how I expressed a bit of doubt about this Novaria? I really should not have forgotten that Kim was one of the pioneers.
Yep, he was the dude who would steal your buff at level 1, my guy. It's a tough game to play, especially when AERO is ahead. It feels like they can do no wrong. More importantly, Smooth is at the point where he's basically untouchable for the majority of this game. Zayed could probably look to like chunk him out later on, but he needs 3 items, and Loliels has been making sure that he isn't wasting any time. Oh.
They found Zayed. In the same time, Ogi Shadow Kill gonna be used. Hazel in some trouble. He's able to blink out. Tectonic Tide! Ziki is a monster! And Hazel jumps back in on Dreams, gets the kill on that as well. Here comes the AOG squad. Oh my goodness. Loliel could not even pop the crossbow. He goes down. Fondir is the last one left, but it's a slow and steady punish. It is another team wipe for AERO Esports.
A big wipe as well. Hazel making sure that he's holding on to his perfect KDA. But all of these fights we've seen from AERO, always a 5v5, right? They're making sure that they're winning every scenario and really capitalize on the punishments as the expanding rivers have just been devastating for TODAK. Every buff being contested for, every time Retribution is up, you have to utilize it.
And CK has been playing a masterclass. Another tectonic charge onto 2! Dreams! You're not getting out in your dreams right there. Falling Star Moon once again. Smooth in the base. It does not matter. There is nothing TODAK can do.
How do they even play this game? I haven't even seen Dreams use that Tsunami Slam at all. Just unable to find much from it. TODAK fans are silent here. They know that the inevitable is coming through. And if Ziki keeps playing a near perfect game, I don't see TODAK coming back.
This is the prime form of AERO that we have been waiting for here. AERO fans rejoice. This is looking a lot more like their Season 15 form, and TODAK, the unfortunate first victims of it here in Season 16.
And now, see that Hazel's looking for another angle. They're gonna muscle their way through this, right? There's no reason not to. Even Conceal being used by Ziki, but there's still the Blessing, right?
Well, the Blessing doesn't really matter all too much. Lord able to collide in. We're only 10 minutes into the game, and the mid inhibitor almost dead for TODAK. Zayed in the top side of the map trying to get some split pushing done, but AERO, they want this tower. They want to claim it with the next minion wave. Flicker forward, Tsunami Slam finds the Grok, but is that really who you want? The damage is so much from AERO! They melt away like they never existed! The crystal's wide open, it's a 3v4 defense! AERO looking for it, but there is no minion wave. They have one down bottom, but TODAK, they have enough bodies. They will survive for now.
They back off for just a moment here. Just a small moment of reprieve for TODAK's side. I don't know. They're not making the best decisions right now, I'm not going to lie. Not to mention their drafting order probably not as prepared for AERO. But even so, right now Fondir in terms of damage taken is at the top next to Dream. Both of them have taken so much damage. With Hazel already completing the endless battle, it's only going to get worse from here on out.
The fact that it can get worse as well. TODAK living out their nightmares. Another 10k lead in 11 minutes, 14 kills scored to 1. This is basically a situation you are not recovering from.
No, it is not. 33 seconds left on the clock before that Lord spawns. I don't see any way for TODAK to actually look for the contest, right? They're just so far behind that it doesn't really matter unless AERO makes a huge mistake. And I think that AERO, we've seen time and time again, they're making correct decisions. On the previous turtle take, you could see them, hey, we all back up. Let Zayed sit on top of the turtle first. It's not within retry range. Luckily, the retribution came from Hazel a little too early. That's why Zayed stole it. But even so, the decisions in the middle of these Lord fights have been superb from AERO.
The space control has been good, positioning has been clean, AERO has been doing everything right. Another Astral Echo comes out, and TODAK already knows that there's no way they're getting anywhere close to this Lord pit. Free for Hazel.
The drums going off for the AERO side. Now, it should be the inevitable push, right? They should be able to end the game off of this. Unfortunately for TODAK, they cannot afford to stand so close together, especially with the threat of the tectonic charge. They've been hit by 3 huge ones, all of which more, but at a minimum 3 people have been knocked up because of it.
We're 12 minutes in. The Lord is pushing in mid lane. AERO already in position to follow up on it. Looks like their target is gonna be the bot inhibitor first. TODAK gonna try and start working on this objective as AERO takes down the tower. Another Astral Echo catches Tree. Zayat has to use his ultimate just to get back to base quicker. The siege from AERO is so difficult to handle. Dreams is in the back line, gets Tsunami Slam. Well, guess what? Your team is not here. Why would you even try that? The Tectonic Tide! ZK! You need to stop doing this! They are already dead! TODAK manages to hold on. The Lord goes down. Ogi Shuttle Kill comes out, and there they go! TODAK melting away like they are becoming fish dinner! AERO Esports with the 2-0 clean sweep!
Clean stuff, great stuff in a matter of fact coming in from AERO's side. AERO fans rejoice, happy with a clean game like that. TODAK, I don't know, it feels like they've regressed just a little bit here. Great stuff coming in from AERO Esports. It's going to be a very good 2 victory for them. We'll see whether they can keep on growing from this point onwards, because it feels like they found the sauce to their movement, but this is only up against TODAK so far.
It's very unfortunate that we have to say it's only up against TODAK as well, but the results speak for themselves. AERO looked to be in better form. They got the right picks. They looked